Origins of the Universal Shadow Body. The origination point of shadow body attachments to our personal angelic human light body was kept in place as a static field, in which black hole entities from the Wiesa system use the universal shadow body to siphon life force energy and feed on humans directly, with cords and implants attached to the chakra system. Thus, the shadow body, which contains sub-personality aspects of the negative ego shadow selves, negative forms, ghost imprints, and accumulated traumatic memories and karmic superimposition, is a part of the human light body. During the Lyran Stargate explosion, the damage created at the 11th dimensional level was inverted and twisted into phantom areas in order to harvest our collective race consciousness, sending the living light energy collected back to their home, a fallen system in a parallel matrix. These phantom fallen angelic races that exist within the damaged areas of the reversal 11th dimensional fields connected to the Wiesa tunnel leading back to the Wiesa black hole system are phantom shadow creatures. These phantom shadow creatures are extremely advanced in the use of technologies such as brain-machine interfacing, and thus they have developed themselves to be extremely mentally sophisticated via consciousness assimilation with AI inorganic technologies. These particular phantom shadow creatures are essentially black hole entities from a parallel fallen system that became entwined with the phantom matrix system in our universe when they entered the black hole that was generated from the fall of Lyra. These particular black hole entities source from outside of our universe, yet when they entered the black hole which was formed from the exploded Lyran Stargate, they were absorbed into the Antichrist fields that make up the Metatronic spiral and reversal polarity currents. As a result, the Wiesa fallen black hole entities became extremely polarized into factions of Antichrist hatred and warring, even fighting amongst their own factions while targeting the races existing within our universal system. They appear to place blame upon founder race lines for their consciousness decline and the predicament of ongoing genetic deterioration without an option for ascension. They hold the primordial seed of the Antichrist Gestalt's seething hatred for the Christos, in which they seek revenge by attempting to annihilate the Diamond Sun timelines and by targeting the founders and Christos race lines. The Amethyst Order Brahmarama and the Emerald Order Elohim offered Wiesa black hole entities and those fallen groups they had entwined with in the phantom matrix of our universal system a path of re-evolution, in which these fallen black hole entities in both systems could be supported towards genetic rehabilitation and gradual ascension. The original spiritual family line that volunteered to be the genetic rehabilitation host field and help hold the quarantine field for hosting these fallen groups was the Metatron Collective. Unfortunately, the Metatron Collective failed in their attempts of helping fallen black hole entities to begin their rehabilitation to evolve themselves out of a black hole and fallen status. Instead, the Metatron Collective was pulled into the Phantom Matrix and became stuck in the same phantom areas of the fallen entities that the group was attempting to host out for genetic rehabilitation. Upon suffering the same fallen fate, the Metatron Collective created alliances with the Wiesa black hole entities in the Phantom Matrix, and they began experimenting with the use of various AI technologies in generating inorganic wormholes as a means of eventual escape. The Metatron and Wiesa alliance started generating a series of inorganic wormholes between the Wiesa system and the Phantom Matrix layers in our universe. These inorganic tunnels and their wormhole tunnel systems, produced from anti-life mathematical programs designed to vampirize living things, are reversing the spiral direction of organic life force current from its natural movement towards an ascending and northern position. Instead, the alien machinery is forcing the life force energy spiral to move downwards into a descending reversal pattern towards the southern position. This Metatronic distortion in the planetary grid feeds the satanic gestalts and interferes with the proper life force energy movement up the spinal column of humans that remain asleep on the earth. The life force goes down the spinal column and releases out of the perineum and rectum, and thus these inorganic tunnel systems are called Typhon tunnels. This is why black magicians use sodomy and satanic ritual abuse, as the life force energy pattern in the individual's light body connects to Metatronic spiral, which generates a descending serpent fire that releases mass quantities of life force from out of the perineum. The black magician uses the spiritual energy source as a means to consume the consciousness body of their intended victim in order to harvest that energy for their agendas or mere pleasure. The generation of Typhon tunnels through the practices of the satanic religion are directly related to the original alien architecture put in place with the Wiza tunnel system. Finally, these groups figured out how to use AI technology to build the infrastructure for the beast machine, through which they generated an Antichrist current with Metatronic code reversals for harvesting life force energy and siphoning the living life force from other living things to power up their systems. The beast machine is a black hole alien machinery that blank slated or erased the cellular memory records in the morphogenetic fields, then fused AI bonds into those structures that formed into dimensionalization by linking them together in the Wiza system, Phantom Matrix, and the organic universal time matrix. When this interface link was made between the black hole system and Phantom Matrix areas that power up the beast machine to holographically project into our universal system, this link further projected the phantom mutation into our universe, and the result is what became the universal shadow body. The universal shadow world emerged from out of the reversal current of the 11th dimension, in which these fallen black hole entities were reconfigured into black dragon avatar collectives with AI brains, and these bizarre shadow creatures became the entity attachment to living beings at individual, collective, and beyond levels. These black dragon avatar collectives used advanced artificial intelligence Antichrist technologies to drain life force energy out of our universe and are able to hijack and possess living beings that are consumed by their unhealed shadow body. Upon the production of the beast machine and the black dragon avatar collectives in the 11th dimension, they descended through each dimensional layer via inorganic wormholes or architecture that generated Typhon tunnels. Upon manifestation into the lower dimensions, this generated more shadow mutations that led to the proliferation of corrupted elementals, shadow creatures, and astral mirrors, which generate false images, negative form artifacts, and conjured entity attachments.